And just clarification, our students are already enrolled in this, right?
Correct. I guess I asked the district.
And if we did not, then who would pay for what we've already received?
And we've already voted in agreement, so, all right. The next item. Yes, we voted.
We've already completed the work or started the work, so we are bound to this financially. But we're just now voting on this today.
Yeah.
So we are spending money before we vote on it.
Yeah.
We keep saying we're not gonna do it, but we keep doing the same thing. We keep getting the same results.
Okay. The next item is, please, we've been very patient. We have listened to the public for about 2.5, 3 hours. We listened patiently. We allowed, I did not use the clock. I allowed all the time, and we wanted to hear from the public. It's very important to hear from the public. And so if you all would just please allow us to be able to hear each other and lower your voices and hold your comments, or at least lower them, so that we can all hear what we are voting on and be sure that we are understanding what we're discussing. I think that's just only fair. So the next item is the recommendation that approval be granted for Gear Up Birmingham to enter into an agreement with Birmingham Education Foundation beginning October 1st, 2016. That we have pulled it, someone pulled the.
See, that was the problem. The thing changed.
I thought then the other sheet was actually.
So just carry it.
So, for the record, let's just keep going. Did you pull E?
Yes.
Okay.
But you got to carry it now because you pulled it.
Okay, so that item is the approval for Gear Up to enter into agreement with Birmingham ED beginning October 1st. Is there a motion to approve this item? Is there a second? Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposers? That motion passes. The next item is a recommendation that approval be granted to accept the learning focused professional development services in the amount of $73,970. Is there a motion to approve that item? It's moved. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Any questions regarding this item or discussion?
Question.
Ms. Hendricks?
I pulled this one. On page 55, it again shows, have we already completed this work?
This was summer professional learning. Dr. Sullivan, can you speak to that, please?
Yes, this was professional development through the summer as part of our summer professional learning.
And again, we have not voted on this as a board. We are financially bound to this. And we get this before we start. It's not that I'm against learning focus or any of our professional development per se. But too often we have things that are presented to us after we've already committed ourselves financially. Knowing we have these financial constraints, it's kind of unfair to be put in that position. So in the future, if you could make sure that we have voted on, I know we had a work session, but clearly it stated here that this is the work was completed in July.
And I'm going to go so far as to ask if the district would please respect the board when it comes to these type of issues. And we've been very consistent in our request. And I could say the time that I served, and we have been placed upon us instances, and I don't mean to repeat Mrs. Gardner, but I just want to be clear where I believe the members of the board are, that we're bringing items, and we know that in a business setting, if you operate at your home, you would not expect to spend money before it is approved or before you have it in your pocket. And I believe it is that important to us. And this is how things happen. And we talk about the leadership and the training we had and the books we read in our book reading. but it goes both ways. And so please, all due diligence, at least try to minimize this. Thank you. The next item is learning focus. And so we had discussion. Any other questions? Are we ready for the vote? All those in favor of this item, please say aye. Any opposers? Say aye. So that motion. So we have one extension. One extension. And a no. Williams, no.
No, that was Mr. Woodman.
Mr. Whitman, you know? Okay, Mr. Whitman is no. And Hendricks abstain. Right? The next item.
Wait.
Yes, Ms. Lee. Yes, ma'am.
Keep moving.
The next item is J, which is on page 128. Thank you. This recommendation is to approve change order number 1 for Taylor and Myrie Construction Incorporated and the corresponding budget amendment in the amount of $83,709.66 for the BCS Operations Center. Is there a motion to approve this item? So moved. Is there a second? It's been moved and properly second. Discussion on this item? Ms. Hendrick? That's okay.
This is a change order. Who approved this change order? Because this work has already been done as well? I'm asking, I'm not positive, I'm asking. Has this work been completed?
It has been.
Okay, so we didn't approve this change order until now?
That's correct.
Okay. Just want to be clear.
Any other questions?
Just observation.
Yes, Ms.
I heard when we were doing the budget presentation about other projects that were not complete, but I didn't hear anything about this operations center, and it had definitely been a money pit, for lack of a better word. I still don't know where we are, what else needs to be done to complete it, to move in, to operate, what percentage completed it is, and we are never really given an option. The administration just keep pouring dollars into this building without board approval.
I need to make sure that that we're very, very clear in terms of this particular item. This is not the administration pouring money into it. It's my understanding that these items here were done some time ago, and Ms. Roberts, you can provide some clarification there, which is why this was discussed in the Finance Committee. As soon as this was brought to our attention, we brought this matter forward so that we could have it addressed. But I couldn't agree more. We definitely need to make sure that items such as this not happen. Going back to what was stated earlier by Ms. Hendricks and Ms. Alexander. But as soon as we were notified that these change orders were made, we brought this to the attention of the Finance Committee, and then brought it to the attention of the full board in the work session. So, Ms. Roberts, do you have something that you want to add to that? Anything else?
That's the general information. It was done months ago. It had just come to my attention when we started actually having to see some invoices, so it's nothing that we, in this
It was not
administration.
initiated.
It was not initiated by us.
So who initiated it?
The paperwork is there.
No, this is
No.
on page 136, for example, this was March 25th of this year.
Yeah.
So who initiated this? Page 136. Page 136.
It said, yeah, it said extra work.
Right there in our paperwork. Page 136. Email, these letters that are submitted are also March of 2016. So I'm just going to the paperwork.
Oh, I need to come back.
It was from individuals who are no longer with the district.
How was that? Who? Can we go into executive session about this? No, not in March 25th of 2016, I don't, Chair. I don't know what that, you know that it is.
We will have to ask about the need for an executive session. Have you looked at this?
I mean, this was during, this was literally this in March of 2016. So someone allowed someone to approve this without them being in a position, from what I understand, to be able to do so. So, I'm done.
We still have the recommendation on the floor to approve the change order. That was a discussion. Any other questions regarding this item? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposers?
No.
Okay, let's have a roll call. Ms. Gardner?
Aye.
Mr. Santina? Ms. Hendricks?
No, but it's truly ceremonial, because we're indebted to these funds.
Already got paid. Mr. Woodland?
No, that's already not working.
Mr. Woodland? Yes. Mr. Collins? And I vote yes. So that's 4 yeses, that recommendation fails. The next item. Page 216. There's a recommendation to approve change order number 2 and the corresponding budget amendment in the amount of $87,772.05 for the BCS Operations Center Phase 4 fulfillment of requirements as mandated by the City of Birmingham Fire and Department prior to occupancy. Is there a motion to approve this recommendation?
I'll make a motion that we possibly table this until we get some further information and clarification. I'm gonna make a recommendation that we table this until we get some further information and clarification on this interest question.
Regarding the payment of those and who approved.
That's correct.
Can I follow up with that on the question? There are some issues that had to do with odor changes that with prior staff. There's an issue that has to do with occupancy.
additional information, I guess, hasn't been answered by the district. This is information we're getting from outside of the district. So, but I understand Randall's concern with this item. They are two separate reasons for these work orders. And the second one, the other one does not pass. The second one, if it comes up for consideration, I think it is worthwhile knowing that this is to bring that building to code, or perhaps we need to have the motion to discuss it. This is how we give it a discussion. Well, board members, what is your pleasure?
Give us some information on it now.
Or is it better to table it?
We can certainly bring it back. Dr. Alexander, would you like to add to that?
It's just to Mr. Giantina's point, until we can meet this requirement that the fire marshal has given us to bring this building up to code so that we can occupy it, we will still just be in the same place that we're in. So it's my recommendation to others that we do what it takes to meet this code requirement so that we can move closer to that place of occupancy.
So this work has not been done, or
No, sir, it has not been done.
Okay. All right, so at this point then, I feel we probably should table this one, and let's bring it back for recommendation.
let me ask you
Mr. Collins?
Can I ask this question?
Yes, sir.
What was the timeline for getting these things completed if we were approved or it is approved?
And we could move forward almost immediately.
Okay, and that gives us an opportunity to use the building now?
Sooner rather than later, yes, sir.
We are using the building.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of more occupancy, and right now we have the operations center, the security is the only entity that's in that building.
And when we get these things that we can, the fire marshal allows, what are the entities that we're wanting to use this new area for?
We're still working through the remainder of the plan for that building in terms of occupancy, in terms of office space, etc. We do, but I don't want to give a on the record final. This is how we're going to operate. We do have plans for the building.
Okay. If we could go ahead and we could table this, and we would bring that back. And board members, if you would provide additional questions. Ms. Gardner? What is, I didn't know you had a comment or something. Okay. Yes, Mr. Gentina? Is there a motion? Randall actually had a motion. Is there a second? To table this at this time? Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposers? That motion is tabled. That recommendation is tabled. The next item is item L, and that's on page 227. The recommendation is that approval is granted to execute a contract with ION 247 for security upgrades at the following sites: Avondale, $169,524.94. Full security system with video inter-door, video security servers, interior cameras on 3 floors, and exterior cameras. At Minor, $55,688.13. This is a conversion only. All existing cameras remain and no new cameras. Lincoln, $56,962.20. Conversion with video door and access control added to entry door. Central office, $10,453.42. Conversion only, utilizing BCS servers on site. All existing cameras will remain with no new cameras. Is there a motion to approve this recommendation? Motion.
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. That motion is not the vote for recommendation.
Wow.
The next item is item 10, the fiscal 2016-2017 budget, and that's on page 250. The recommendation is that the board approves the proposed budget for fiscal year 2016-2017. Do I have a motion to approve that item? So moved and properly second. Is there any questions? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposers? We have one abstention from Ms. Hendricks.
No.
No. One abstention from Mr. Collins and a no from Ms. Hendricks. So that motion passes. The next item is the fiscal 2016-2017 salaries. That's on page. So this recommendation is the board approves the salary schedules for fiscal year 2016-2017. Is there a motion to approve the recommendation? There's a move to properly second. Any questions regarding this? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposers?
No.
There's one no. One no from Ms. Williams, one abstention from Ms. Hendricks. Motion passes.
Now, so this is approving across the board 4% for everybody.
That's what we just approved. Right?
Yes, it is. That's what we just did.
That's what we just approved.
For everybody.
Okay, the next item is item 12, 2016-2021 strategic plan, and that is on page 252. We're at the strategic plan, page 317, I'm sorry. The recommendation is that approval is granted to adopt the district strategic plan 2016 to 2021. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
It's been moved and properly second. Any questions? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposers?
I abstain.
There is one abstention from Ms. Hendricks. Two abstentions. Get my words mixed up. So that motion carries. The next item. The next item is that the board identified the charter schools request for proposal focus. This week and could you give us more information about the recommendation, Dr. Gaku?
Yes, Madam President, board members, we are at a juncture where we need to identify the focus of the request for proposal. Whether that be startup focus or startup and conversion. We just need to know what the pleasure of the board is so that we can complete the RFP and be ready to launch it by the November 1st deadline.
There's no recommendation. I don't see it.
right here, it's attached.
We've been discussing it, and we just need to know.
I just would like to see what you're asking me to approve.
There it is.
It's not in here. It wasn't in our packet.
It was an addition added to this.
Are we voting for clarification? What you're asking is for us to identify if we want to be authorized startups and conversions, or is the conversion even on the table for this purpose?
Because that's not in here. This says that the board identified the charter school RMP focus. There is no recommendation.
Ms. Williams, I think the idea was, or the intent was to allow the board to have discussion on whether the RFP would have startup and conversion or just startup. And then based off of that feedback, that is what Dr. Gaku's recommendation would be.
This is what we've been discussing, board members, and we just need to have direction on where we are.
Well, as one board member, I am not interested in a conversion at all.
So is that the recommendation that we have a startup? We need the recommendation. This does need to be clear. What are we recommending? Because I don't know if this is actually a recommendation or is this more discussion about which of these items we want placed in the RFP.
Madam President, as has been communicated, we were in the process of closing out the request for proposal. The requirement is that under the efforts that we were making, we had the request for proposal for a startup or a conversion. Based on feedback provided, we needed to step back from that, and there's been more conversation. What we're asking this evening is it the pleasure of the board to focus solely on startup, or is it the pleasure of the board to go back to where we were prior to startup or conversion? We need this information in an effort to complete the RFP.
Clarification. I thought we didn't have an option on startup.
That's correct.
So it's not startup or conversion.
But we've been able to get feedback from board members individually, and what we're asking is, where are we now?
Okay.
We're asking. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't know that we have, my understanding from our last work session, and we spent a whole lot of time on this, was that we didn't have an option of startup. The only option we had was if we wanted to add conversion.
And we're trying to determine that this evening.
Okay,
So that's not the only thing I have to say. The recommendation, I don't know how we change that to voice. That is our direction to give you if we end up saying that we don't want, because we don't have a choice with startups. So the recommendation has to be, do we want to add conversion or do we want to have conversion as part of our RFP?
And so my recommendation is no conversion.
Okay. But do we make the recommendation?
That's what I'm saying.
Us?
That's what I said. You have to have the superintendent makes the recommendation, and the board can only vote it up or down. So we don't have a
So,
recommendation.
Madam President, there's an understanding in this conversation. If there is no recommendation from the superintendent to entertain the conjunction and/or as it relates to conversion and/or startup, then for the purposes of what we're talking about now, this is just conversation.
Yes.
That's a question.
I mean, in my opinion, I don't know that we need
Or
Robert's Rule of Order
to our legal counsel, Ms. Parker.
to determine this, because the recommendation has to come from the superintendent.
Correct. This recommendation here is to get discussion. What she's asking the board for is discussion on whether or not whether or not conversion is going to be added to the RFP.
That is the discussion, board members. We were already moving about the process, and you will go back to our previous discussions, and we've had many. We have been talking about startup or conversion, releasing the RFP with that focus, a startup or conversion.
My understanding, which I think the comment that was brought up from Ms. Williams, we have no decision to make about startup. And so we shouldn't even be having that discussion. The only question about our RFP is if we want to put conversion into our RFP. So that should be the recommendation. We don't need further discussion. We'll either vote it up or down if we want to consider conversion. Thank you.
We have to have a recommendation from the superintendent. She's not made one.
So, Dr. Dacote, do you have a recommendation?
The recommendation would be to prepare the RFP for startup.
Prepare the RFP with
a focus on the startup.
So the recommendation is to prepare the RFP with the focus on a startup. Only. Is there a motion to approve this recommendation?
So moved.
Is there a second? Is there a second? Can I second? Second. All right. So any questions? So all those in favor of this recommendation, please say aye. Aye. Any opposers? Mr. Collins, no.
No.
Mr. Woodman, no. Okay. So that recommendation passes. All right. They want to. Okay. Go with the starter only.
Okay. Final clarification. As we have decided to become authorizers as partners, we do not have a choice over if we want to startups, correct?
That is correct. If you do not put startup in the RFP, they'll just go to the commission.
Okay. Okay. I understand. Thank you. That's why I voted yes. Okay. Okay.
Yes. All right. So that was that motion passed. All right. The next item, personnel actions. And do I have a motion to approve the personnel actions? And we did have a note about the page number.